Attention! Go!
Struggle for commentary a little bit here as we're quite loud with all the launches around, but we have from your left to your right Katie Mole, Georgie Robinson Ranger, Sarah McKay, Imogen Grant, Jenny Bates and Laura Bates. The early leader is Georgie Robinson Ranger of University of London Boat Club. Then it looks like we've got Imogen Grant, and there's been a clash between the two Bates, and Jenny's just about going to stay upright, I think. But they've just about figured it out, and I think we're just going to keep going down to the umpire here. But they seem to have recovered it. But up in the leading pack, we've got Georgie Robinson Ranger leading over Imogen, leading over Katie, leading very close behind Sarah, and Laura's got back going well, and Jenny's just catching up here. So after that early incident between Laura and Jenny, who sort of took each other out, we didn't actually see exactly what happened there, but they're up. And yeah, so the race obviously from that clash has sort of bifurcated into two here. We've got Georgie Robinson Ranger leading well over Imogen Grant. Behind her we've got Sarah McKay, who's now leading over Katie Moore. I'll try and zoom in here, see if we can get you a better shot. There we go. This year is the 188th running of the Wingfield Sculls, and I'm not sure what the number of years for the women, but certainly a few fewer. Just being told to hold back by Graham, the umpire here. And so Georgie Robinson Ranger continues a strong lead over Imogen Grant, who is of course the two-time world champion and Olympic silver medalist in the lightweight double sculls. And we've got Jenny or Laura catching up strongly to this leading pack, and Jenny as well doing the same after that early collision between the two of them. Here you see Graham McKay, our umpire and previous champion, alongside Matthew Holland, trusty steersman, and Sir Ian Wingfield, no, not Sir Ian, Sir David Woodson and Dr. Ian Wingfield, who are representing the Wingfield Family Foundation. But still strong ahead. Looks like we've got Georgie Robinson Ranger well ahead of Imogen. Maybe we've got a length of clear water. It's hard to tell from this distance, so I'm not sure it's the third year the women have been allowed at Republic_Chester_Rowing_Club_. I think the first race for the women is maybe 2007 or so. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to the race. We've got the Bateses, no relation, who are catching up to this leading group here. And we're looking for the flag. You see that I see the orange guy on the embankment ahead. That's the flag. Yeah. And it looks like as we're coming up to the milepost here, Imogen's starting to put a good charge onto Georgie Robinson Ranger. And the race has sort of repaired itself after that early collision. And looking for the flag, I can see the flag, and she's holding it there, you see? and flat, and they've gone through the milepost. Nearly. Now. So sorry, we're also timing from this launch. Our normal launch that we use for the Wingfields is unavailable due to the closure of Chertsey Lock. So we're in several smaller launches, and obviously we want to thank HSBC for allowing us to use their wonderful launch jet for this race. And so here we see Imogen Grant, who's the reigning champion, seems to have taken the lead over Georgie Robinson Ranger of the University of London Boat Club. Behind her we've got a close race for third place between Sarah McKay of Grosvenor Rowing Club and Katie Mole of University of Birmingham Rowing Club. Looks like of the two Bateses, no relation, we've got Jenny Bates now leading over Laura Bates after that early collision, and they've done a very good job to catch up to this leading group of scullers. Thank you, Max, for your sage advice. It is quite hard to do that. But yeah, as we start to approach the Hammersmith Bridge, it looks like we've got, again, Imogen extending her lead over Georgie Robinson Ranger, with Sarah McKay and Sir just about holding off Katie Mole. We've then got Jenny Bates from Oxford Brookes University Boat Club, and then behind her we've got Laura Bates of London Rowing Club. Do we want to go over to the side maybe? I feel like we might see some people better if we go over to the side. But this is going to be... And then... Yeah, because if we go over to the side, then we'll be able to see the flags well as well. So sorry, just a bit of a readjustment. Works going on at Hammersmith Bridge. Everyone's having to go a little bit wide around them. Flag, you see? And now, yep. Great. So that's Imogen Grant strongly leading ahead here of Georgie Robinson Ranger, who's put in a very good showing off the start here. Behind that we've got Sarah McKay, and then Katie Mole, and Jenny Bates doing a very good job here of getting back into the race now after her initial clash with Laura Bates of London Rowing Club. But she's taking a bit of an outside line here, so it remains to be seen whether what this does for her. But Imogen really is making it very processional here. See your fans up on the log supporting Georgie Robinson Ranger. But yeah, still Imogen Grant extending her lead ahead of Georgie. But here the tide is very slack today because there's so much rainwater. So Georgie's taking a very, very tight line here, taking her quite close to this launch, but it is going to be a much faster line than staying out in the middle of the river, I think. see Jenny Bates of Oxford Brooks Rowing Club doing a very good job here. So Georgie Robinson Ranger doing a really good job here, very strongly in second, but taking a good line here, so maybe managing to get back a little bit on Imogen. And our last position at the moment is Laura Bates of London Rowing Club, who is a late, well, not a late entry, a late replacement for Georgie Miansero, who had to pull out due to medical reasons. But here at the front of the field, we've got Imogen Grant, then Georgie Robinson Ranger, Imogen Grant, Georgie Robinson Ranger, Sarah McKay of Grosvenor Rowing Club, Katie Moll, and Jenny Bates, who's catching up to the leading pack. She's done a very impressive job here, getting back into the race after catching a bit of shipwreck there. She's back to it. She's going very well. You can see Morris Hayes over here, who is Imogen Grant's steersperson. I think you want to be looking that way, Morris. Advising Imogen to steer over towards the Middlesex bank here. It's a good race here. Georgie Robinson Ranger, who put in that very strong push off the start, now getting caught slightly by Sarah McKay. Looks like it might get a bit of a struggle, but they're all doing a very good job, keeping their rate nice and high. No one's really bogged down yet. Looks like we're going to have to overtake Laura Bates of London Rowing Club, unfortunately. We can see over here. But Imogen Grant really strongly extending her lead here. Looks like she's got it wrapped up unless anything happens, which, well, it could well do. You know, many things happen in the Wingfields. So we're just about through the halfway marker of the race. Very long race, obviously. Again, Imogen Grant leading over Georgie Robinson Ranger, who's moved a bit ahead of Sarah McKay, and then Katie Moll just behind Sarah, and Jenny Bates just behind that, who got caught up in that clash with Laura at the start. Yeah, I know. Yeah, hold back a bit, I think. Although, I think those guys, you need to hold back a bit more. Did you get that time? She just waved the flag. Chiswick steps, eh? So here the race developing a little bit more processional. Imogen Grant is that blob in the distance over there. Behind her, Georgie Robinson Ranger, Sarah McKay of Grosvenor Rowing Club, Katie Moll of University of Birmingham, and then Jenny Bates is caught up about a length here on as we get splashed. He's caught up about a length here on Katie Mole after that early collision with Laura Bates, so she's doing a very good job. We start to look down here past the crossover towards the bandstand and further on. And we've had Laura, who's been overtaken by the umpire's launch and will hopefully stay upright in this wash. Apart from that clash at the start, it's been a very clean race. Very well behaved by everyone. So this will be, if Imogen manages to hold this, it'll be her second championship win for her here, adding to a long list of medals of boat races and World Cups and World Championships and things like that, and Olympic medals. So now in the back, the real race is happening over here between Jenny Bates and Katie Mole for that 4th place position. It's actually pretty close between the two of them. Jenny's sort of on the outside of this bend here, and as you can see on this buoy, there's almost no stream today because there's so much river water coming down. Well, there's some stream, not fast though. So Jenny's doing a great job here, and she's really caught up and looks to be overhauling Katie Mole for that 4th place position. And then Sarah McKay ahead of her doing a very good job. She's very confidently in that 3rd place position. Looks like she had quite a low rate of striking. Doesn't look like anyone's causing her too much bother. About the comment on launchers holding back, we do until the umpire needs to get close to the other racers. So at some point the umpire says that he's going to overtake, and then we all overtake. That's how the race is run, so that we can all stay nice and close to the scullers at the front. Unfortunate and a bit unpleasant if you are that last place sculler, but that's how it goes. They're a really good racer. Jenny side by side with Katie, and quite close to this green buoy up ahead. I hope they have seen it. Don't want to see a crash into here or a clash between the two of them. Katie just taking a look over her left hand shoulder to make sure she's clear of it. Jenny making sure that she's clear of Katie. But at the front we've still got Imogen leading ahead of Georgie. Okay, so you see our flagger cycling alongside. It's like the orange cycling along, yeah. Imogen really striding out a long lead ahead here. Looking great ahead of Georgie Robinson Ranger, who looks to be confident in that 2nd place position. And we've got our flag just coming up over here. So we time using flags on the bank and stop watching the boat. So I see the flag coming out. And we dropped. Now, so that's Imogen just going through Barnes Bridge here. Alongside Katie, who's just been overhauled by Jenny. Jenny's maybe looking to get up into that 3rd place position. Starting to challenge Sarah McKay a little bit here. The head still, it's Imogen, followed by Georgie, who's just about to come out the bridge now. Great racing for everyone here. alongside Katie here. Looking very strong, but still Jenny just managed to overhaul her here. Guy, do we want to go over to the other side so we can get the finish timing, because then we'll see the corner better, because they're on the sideways colored side. Yeah, I think we'll have to, won't we? Sorry guys. So of course we don't have a river closure here, so we've got all the St Paul's kids out still. And we're just going to swap to the other side of the river so that we can see the finish line better. Really need a dry suit for this, don't we? Tideway, eh? So we've got about 2 or 3 minutes left of the race here. Imogen Grant leading strongly ahead of Georgie Robinson Ranger. This will be her second time she wins the race if she manages to stay afloat. Then behind that, Georgie and then Sarah McKay. But Sarah just being really close, Jenny Bates over here closing in strongly on Sarah. Jenny taking a strong inside line, which may play out well. May turn out well for her at the finish line. Yeah, it looks like Imogen well out in front now. Over Georgie. Over Sarah McKay, who's in a race for third with Jenny Bates, who's just on her, maybe just about to get overlap. And then in the trailing pack we've got Katie Mole, who's just, after being overhauled by Jenny, looks like she's just fallen back a little bit. Yeah, they've got a big bright orange thing. Yeah. Perfect. Cool. So as we come up to the finish now, what?
I'll take all the finish now.
Yeah, perfect. As we come up to the finish now, we've got Imogen Grant leading from Cambridge University Boat Club. It looks like she's going to become the champion of the Thames once again for the second year in a row. We've got Georgie Robinson Ranger just behind, who's got a very creditable second here. Behind her we've got Sarah McKay, who's just about holding off Jenny Bates. And then behind that, Katie Mole. And here comes Imogen, just crossing the finish line in about 5 more strokes, maybe 3. And Imogen finishes winning the Wingfield Sculls, well, subject to an umpire, I guess, now. Yeah. And Georgie now. With Sarah finishing now. Jenny now, a very creditable 4th after that early clash. Katie Mole just about to come through the finish line here. And she finishes now. And we've got Laura, who's just about to come through the crossover. Some distance behind. We'll still get a finish time for her, I think. It may be maybe a minute or so. Okay, a few hip hip hoorays for Imogen over here. Winning for a second time in a row. Really good race for everyone here, really good. Apart from that clash at the start, but it seems like everyone recovered quite well from that. What's up? There. Well, Laura just coming down now to finish the race. Well, that was a bit wetter than we thought, wasn't it? We'll have to. Maybe we can just try. I think if we get someone to sit next to Guy, maybe we'll manage to keep the bows a little bit higher. And then I can go back and sit next to Guy. Yeah. Alright, got Laura Bates and London Rowing Club crossing the finish line. Getting cheered on by the rest of the competitors. And she crossed the finish line now. Okay, I think, do you want to go over to them? Say hi to them, Guy? And then we'll razz it back for the men. So men's race is at 11:30, so that's in about 50 minutes. We'll just go and say hi to the competitors, and then we'll head back. Good stuff. Should we go and say hi to Imogen? There's your turn. Well done, everyone. Well raced. Yeah.
Georgie fully jumped me off the start though.
Yeah, it was quite a good start from Georgie.
I looked across and I was like, wait a minute, there's only 3 boats.
Yeah.
That was good.
Bit of a clash. Yeah, quite clean after that. Looked like a good scull in general.
Yeah, no, it was good fun.
Nice.
Really nice conditions for the first half, and
Yeah.
then got a bit tricky past the AM.
Yeah. Well done, Georgie. Good clean race that time. Better than last year. Oh. Yeah, this time, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well raced, guys. Well done. I'll see you in Scholars later. Oh, yeah, I've been told to say happy birthday to Smithy, who is Georgie Robinson Rangers steer and Chief Coach UL. Happy birthday, Smithy. From all of us here at the Wingfield Sculls. Right, over and out. We'll start again at 11:30.